Angela from 90 Day Fiance just announced some horrible news on 3 separate occasions. Guys, 90 Day Fiance Happily Ever After was on last night, and it was a solid episode, starting off with what happened with Angela's god-awful news. Now, like I said in the previous video, Angela is starting to kind of grow on me. At first, I didn't love her, but after people started comparing her to baby girl Lisa, I started to kind of open my eyes and say, well, she's not all that bad. But last night, it made me sick to my stomach to watch it. She had some god-awful news. Number one, she, has been talking about wanting to have a baby with Michael. She thought there was a possibility she might have been able to. Well, last night she found out that is not the case. And that isn't even really the worst of the news. She was kind of having some woman's trouble. I don't want to get too in detail, but she hasn't been going through any of this woman stuff for over 2 years. Then some stuff started to happen. I don't want to get too in detail because it is kind of TMI, but she, was freaking out. She went to the doctor, and the doctor said that it could actually be something really serious and not good, which I don't have any spoilers. I don't know if she is healthy. I don't know what actually happened with that. But the third and final thing that just broke my heart to watch is with her mom. Her mom was just going through the ringer. She was just so old and sick and not doing well. And she was on the TV show, but we know now in present day, I want to say around like February, maybe closer to March, her mom did pass away, which, it really seriously, sincerely, genuinely breaks my heart because I just lost my grandpa and she kind of reminds me of him. And Angela seems to genuinely just, love her mom. She is the only parent that she has left in her life. They seem incredibly close. I don't know if Angela has any other siblings, but she definitely seems to be insanely close with her mom. And the producers kind of asked Angela, what would happen if you go to Nigeria to marry Michael right now and you come back and your mom is not here? And she burst into tears, which I don't blame her. And the worst thing is, I think she went over there, and I know she married Michael, and I think her mom might have actually passed away when she was in Nigeria. I don't know that for sure, but I was trying to kind of piece together the dates and they seem to kind of overlap. So maybe not, but either way, her mom did pass, and it just broke my heart to see. And she won't be able to have a baby, and she might have some health stuff going on. So it's a triple whammy. And I really sincerely do feel bad for Angela. And we didn't hear a peep from Michael all episodes, so I don't know what he is going through. But we also got to meet a new couple, well, not very new, but new this season, and that is Tania and Syngin, the infamous Tania and Syngin. And last night just reminded me how much I love certain bits and pieces of Syngin. Syngin, very irresponsible. He reminds me of a typical South African guy that I know. I don't want to lay a stereotype for all South African people because I don't know all of them, but I know actually 3 others I'm friends with, and they are exactly like Syngin. I don't know if that's just the culture or what it is, but they like to party, they hang loose, they have a good time. That is exactly how Syngin is. Syngin is here in America. They're still in Connecticut. However, Tania and Syngin are moving out of her mom's shed, thank God. They're getting an apartment, which sounds great. The only issue is Tania can't work because she hurt her foot. Syngin got a work permit, however, he doesn't have a job, and that is what I just can't figure out. And what I really don't love about Syngin and kind of Tania is, why don't these people have jobs? They both kind of just hang loose, they have a good time, which is fun and games, but it's just like, geez, when these bills start piling up, what are you going to do? And they were kind of freaking out about it, they were fighting about it, and I think they're going to stay together because I do believe that Tania and Syngin love each other, but they have a lot of issues. And speaking of money problems, we also saw Elizabeth and Andrei and Kalani and Asuelu. And I bring them both up together because, number one, they are also going through money problems, just like Tania and Syngin. This whole season is practically just a bunch of couples going through money problems. Asuelu and Kalani, same thing. They didn't do anything the whole episode. They went on a little date, that was it. Asuelu told Kalani, hey, I'm starting to kind of be homesick. I'm sure that's true. And he was saying he wants to go back and see his family, which is great. That'd be fantastic. The only problem is Kalani said that a ticket for, them two and their 2 kids would be around $3,000. So I don't know where on earth they're planning on getting that money, because I don't think that they get paid that much from doing 90 Day Fiance. And last I heard, Asuelu was like, giving out samples at a grocery store for his job, which he probably doesn't even make $3,000 a month. So I like them. I wish them nothing but the best, but they have serious money problems. Then you go back to Elizabeth and Andrei, and oh my goodness God, it was awful. Painful to watch. I saw some of you guys comment on social media your thoughts on Andrei, and I couldn't agree anymore. The guy is entitled, he is stuck up, he just thinks that the world is going to give him a bunch of money, mainly Elizabeth's dad, and it's really annoying. If you guys missed the episode, what happened was Andrei said that he wants to have a wedding over in his hometown in Moldova, and some of the siblings were like, okay, we can go, but he gave them extremely short notice. He gave them like a month's notice, which is a lot if you have to, figure out your situation with your kids and work and everything. So he didn't give them much notice, so they weren't happy about that. But the worst part about this whole situation is Andrei wants Elizabeth's dad to pay for the wedding, which I was like, I guess I could kind of almost understand it, kind of. But it's like, number one, if you want someone to pay anything for you, you should ask them yourself. And number two, if someone is going to pay something for you, in my opinion, you should do it as cheap and less expensive as possible. Okay, both of those things went right over the guy's head because I think he is just seriously entitled. He told Elizabeth, you have to ask your dad for the money, and he also told Elizabeth after, how much money did your dad say that he will give us? Because he wants to do this and spend $10,000 here and there. I was like, dude, this guy is willing to give you money. You should do it as cheap and frugal and least expensive as possible because it is not on your dime. So that really, really, really annoyed me, and I think the guy is extremely entitled, and I don't think he even has a job. So it's like, get out of here, man, come on. And if you guys thought that was it for all the couples, you are wrong. We still have 2, maybe even 3 more, technically. We saw Colt and Jess, his new girlfriend, and dude, he is a liar. We have heard rumors that Jess and Colt aren't together because Colt, was talking to a new woman named Vanessa. Well, this Vanessa woman finally got brought up in last night's episode, and yeah, it doesn't sound good with her. Number one, Colt just totally lied to Jess, his girlfriend at the moment, about this Vanessa lady. He completely lied to her and said that they were just friends, that they met, at the gym, but really, Colt told the producers, actually, we met online, we've hung out a decent amount, and I'm still kind of talking to her. Now, in present day, I think he might actually be dating this Vanessa lady, but I don't know for sure. Either way, he totally lied to her, and then Colt met Jess's friends, and they couldn't stand the guy. They didn't like him at all. Jess wanted to go out and party and have a good time, which, whatever. If that's your style, whatever. Colt didn't want anything to do with that, and he put his foot down and said, absolutely not. I am not doing that. Either you can come back with me or that's it. And she said, okay, I'll go back with you. She was being nice and kind of just going with the flow, and that's exactly not what Colt was doing. Colt was being very rude, he was lying, and he was really annoying me. So it was sickening to watch. However, because I know that Colt and Jess aren't still together, I don't even really care. We saw Larissa for a minute, nothing too entertaining. And last but not least, I think, would be Paul and Karine. They're leaving Brazil, they're coming to Kentucky, and I wish them nothing but the best. But they are also, they should be wrapped in that group of Tania and Syngin and Elizabeth and Andrei and Asuelu and Kalani because they also have no money. Paul is old, he's broke, he won't do anything, he won't work, and he said that he can probably make more money being in America, which is probably the case. However, he asked his mom, we need to stay with you because we don't have any money, we can't get an apartment, and his mom said no, it's too small. She put her foot down, which is probably actually a good thing to do with that guy, and she said, I will help you get a hotel for you and your wife and your son for a few days. I don't know how this is going to play out, but I can't imagine it ending well. We have heard rumors of Paul and Karine about talking about getting a divorce. I hope to God that they can just make it work because I do like them. They have a son. I want them to make it. I want them to be happy. I think it might kind of be a long shot. I think they are still together, but I don't know for sure. Either way, they are wrapped into the group of couples that just don't have any money this season, which kind of seems to be an ongoing theme with this season. This season is relatively on the boring side. I'll be the first to admit, of course, I'm going to watch every episode because I am a diehard fan, but it's a little bit on the boring side. Still, with Colt and everyone else, it's still relatively entertaining. So put in the comments below what you thought of last night's episode. And hey, I have to apologize. I am sick. I have a head cold. I just don't feel great. I have a cold. So I wanted to make this video, get it out as soon as possible, but I have to apologize on my voice and my tone and everything. I'm just not feeling it. I'm really tired. I don't feel great. So please make sure to comment below your thoughts and stay tuned for many more videos.